Hello, everyone. Hello, Maria.
Hello.
Hola.
Good morning, everyone. Yes.
Ya, selamat malam. Good evening in here, 7 o'clock.
Selamat, selamat.
Malam.
Selamat
You there,
malam.
you there, selamat pagi, good morning. In here, good evening.
Yes. Selamat pagi. I still remember how to celebrate in Indonesian. Selamat pagi, everybody.
Okay. Selamat malam. Good evening, everybody from Indonesia. So my name is Andi Susanto, but my nickname is always people call me during 15 years with Andi Volcano. Maybe because my job is always in volcano activities. And this time, I'm very happy because I have very special guest, very far away from Indonesia. There now is about in the mornings. So she is Maria Martinez from Costa Rica. She is a volcanologist and geochemist who work for Volcanological Observatory there, Volcanological of Costa Rica. And then has been many years, so we will know from her directly. So this podcast is my simple idea. During pandemic, I'm actually the professional volcanological tour guide and geotourism. Have been 1.5 years, no job, nothing, and then much of my times have to be stay at home like this, work from home. Except maybe if there is something special like volcanic activity getting more increase. And now I stay at home, and then my idea to make this podcast is how to practice always to talk about volcanoes, and then I learn from the expert like Maria, like with the other volcanologists, geologists, and then how to keep information. Yeah, this is my way, because Andi Volcano is Andi Volcano. So I don't want to change my job. So I want to talk about volcanoes. This is my soul. It's my heart. And this time, I'm very thank you to Maria Martinez. And then maybe Maria, can you say hello for Indonesian people and all over the world?
Of course, of course. Selamat pagi, everyone in Indonesia. The best wishes for everybody there. Let's hope soon this health crisis around the world will end, and then people like me, who is very far away from Indonesia, can go back to your beautiful home country and continue enjoying your culture and also your landscape, volcanoes. So all the best for Indonesian people, and let's hope this crisis will end very soon. Yes.
Okay, Maria, then. Thank you very much. Voila. Hola again. So, Maria, so I will speak gently and slowly because very long time I never speak English. So we are both not English people. Yeah, it's not English. So no worry about this. Yeah. So this podcast is international now that everybody can see all over the world. From Indonesia to the world. So this is spirit of the volcano and geotourism. Yeah. Okay, Maria. you know that, to be honest, actually, I never met you personally, right? So we know to each other from the social media, and then from the my volcano virtual tour that quite international at the time, almost 5 times. So I made it, and then thanks to God, from my volcano virtual international, and then I got invited by the Ministry of Tourism to presentate about my virtual tour. So this is, yeah, and yeah, was inspired many people, how to develop and then to promote Indonesia, and then to keep like practicing as a guide like this. So this is my way, how to keep my effort, to be a like volcanological guide. So okay, Maria, and then how was in Costa Rica now situations, about is
Yeah. So Andy, the same like you. I'm going to speak English slowly because English is not my native language.
yeah, yeah.
My mother language is Spanish.
All
So
right.
in Latin America, we speak Spanish, not English. But because we monitor and study volcanoes, it's very important to know at least the basic English, to read the papers and to see what other volcanologists are doing in other countries. So yeah, so English is a universal language, so it's mandatory to learn English in countries like Costa Rica. Otherwise, we will not be speaking to each other. Huh?
Yes.
So fortunately, the two of us speak English. Otherwise, I should learn Indonesian.
Yes, you speak
Yes.
English Spanish, English Costa Rican, and I speak English Indonesian.
Yeah, exactly. So we will
Okay,
make a
Maria.
mix.
No problem.
Yeah.
This podcast is to the world. Yeah. So this is relaxed, entertaining, and educative. Yeah. Yeah. I hope
Yes.
hopefully this will be get beneficial to the world. Okay, Maria. By the way, how long have you been working as a volcanologist and then more geochemist so far? Maria, can you tell us about
Yeah,
that?
well, yeah, until now, I have been working with volcanoes in my country for almost 27 years. Yeah. So I
27.
started working
My God.
27 years. Yes,
Yeah,
I
very
started
long. Yeah.
working monitoring volcanoes with the Volcanological and Seismological Observatory of Costa Rica since I graduated from the university. So it has been a long time since then. Yeah, 27 years already.
So yeah, it's quite amazing. I've been working as a volcanological tour guide. It's like around 16 years up to now, effectively. So 20 years and then 15 years is quite a specialist. Yeah, it's only to volcanological. So okay, everybody. So this is look. Maybe you can see now. This is Provilia. So Maria is quite their woman like this. To see this is profile of Maria. Yeah, and then after this, I'm gonna ask
Andy,
her. Yes, please.
yeah, Andy, sorry. I think it's important to explain this photo because this photo is not in Costa Rica.
All right. Yes,
This
please,
photo,
Maria.
this photo is at Masaya Volcano in Nicaragua, the country
Mas
that is to the north of
Masaya.
Costa
Okay.
Rica. Yeah, so Masaya Volcano is one of the few volcanoes in the world that has a lava lake. Yeah, so this is a photo of 2006. Yeah, and this lava lake is still active, still there. Yeah, very active lava lake. And as far as we know, there are like eight to 10 volcanoes in the world with a lava lake. So they are rare. Lava lakes are rare. Yeah, so I'm very happy that I had the chance to go to Nicaragua, to the neighbor country, to see this lake with my own eyes, because this is a kind of a unique feature in volcanoes.
So Masaya is like maybe is it the same with Erta Ali, for example, and Nyiragongo, Maria? It's lava lake, right?
Exactly, exactly. The Masaya lake
What is
has
special?
basaltic lava, very
All
fluid
right.
lava, very hot lava. This lake, the lava is around 1,100 degrees Celsius. It's very hot lava.
And Maria, do you work like to the government or it's like or independent? So for the
Well,
volcanological, observatory.
yeah. The Volcanological and Seismological Observatory, where I work, is
Yeah.
part of a university, a national university, Universidad Nacional. So the observatory is a research center, yeah, that belongs to
Yeah.
the university. We monitor the volcanoes and the seismic activity, but also we do research, and also we teach students. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Regarding our topic is potential of volcanic activity for geotourism. And then Maria, actually before I invite you for my podcast, I already study and observe about your activity through your Facebook, yeah. And then I send you some questions, yeah. Are you interested with my podcast? Because this is quite simple, but I think will become viral in the future. I hope so, yeah. Many,
It's amazing. It's amazing that internet allows us
yeah, it's now it's good.
to get connected, because we are very far away from each other, but
Yeah,
we can still learn a lot, and we can share with everybody about what we are doing. And I think it's a fantastic way to learn in the meantime, because then when somebody has the chance, perhaps
yeah.
this person can go to the other country and see the other country with his own eyes. That's very
All right.
important.
For me, Maria.
Despite of the crisis, we can continue with the learning process and the sharing. Yeah.
Right,
Mhm.
right. Yeah, this is why the idea, Maria. So it's not possible for me, to go to your country just to interview you like this to make podcast like this. Yeah. So this is by virtual, so we can keep friendship and then to talk to each other about geotourism. Okay, Maria. I think people now is wondering, very curious about Costa Rica volcanoes. So this is I have like picture of Costa Rica, and maybe you would share something about Costa Rica first. Yeah, this is I got this from internet. So about Costa Rica, that maybe for Indonesian people still not familiar about Costa Rica, and then why are there are so many volcanoes also like Indonesia?
Exactly. Well, yes, this is Costa Rica, and as you can see, half of the country is crossed by a volcanic chain from the northwest to the southeast. This
Yeah,
volcanic chain ends at the mid part of the country, at the central part of the country. Then there are other mountains from the middle part towards the south, yeah, in the direction of Panama. But these mountains to the south, they are mostly the result of uplifting of the continental crust. So the volcanic chain in Costa Rica goes from the northwest to the southeast, and the last volcano is at the central part of the country. So Costa Rica is a very, very small country, very, very small, that if we put Costa Rica besides a map of Indonesia, you will not see Costa Rica anymore. We are too too tiny, like an ant. Imagine,
Oh,
it's
really?
like putting an ant besides an elephant, something like that. Yeah, Indonesia is an enormous country. It's a vast, large country. Yeah, conformed by the thousands of islands. So, well, that's one of the things that make Indonesia fascinating. It's a very, very large country and very diverse in terms of nature, culture, people, history. Yeah, that's why many people dream about going to Indonesia, but it's so far away. Uh, so Costa Rica, just to have an idea, Costa Rica is about the size of the Netherlands. It's about the size of Holland.
Oh,
Holland,
really?
as many people in Indonesia know, is a very small country.
How
So
many
Costa Rica
millions
is about
population?
the size. Sorry?
How many million population? How many people there?
Yeah, we are about 5 million people. Yeah, about 5 million
5 million
people.
people.
Yes, but you know that the population was increasing fast during the last 20 years. But right now, uh, most young people don't want to get married. They don't want to have kids. So what we are observing now in Costa Rica is the population is getting old. So
Getting
we
old.
are having more and more elder people, more and more old people, and
Less
less young
population,
people.
right?
Yeah, well, yes, but well, the population is maintained stable because people are living longer, yeah, because of the health care, yeah. But yeah, we have this problem like many other countries, like where you have less babies, less young people, and then this is a problem for a country because you know that what keeps a country producing and going ahead and progressing is the young people. Of course, besides the the old people, because the old people is the people who have the wisdom, yeah, the experience, the knowledge, the strong knowledge, the robust knowledge. But we always need yeah, the young people working with the experienced people to keep the country going ahead and progressing. So yeah, we are about 5 million, but this is we don't know how many we will be in 10 years. Yeah,
Maria,
let's see.
so
Yeah.
now talking about volcanoes. So how many volcanoes which is active, dormant, and
Mhm.
then maybe extinct, and then how many volcanoes those are active now in Costa Rica? Because I see the map, like maybe like more than 9 or 10 volcanoes, and then in Costa Rica, and then is there now also allowed to, as for tourism, for geotourism or not, the activity
Yeah,
of the.
yeah. But in Costa Rica, the geologists have recognized more than 400 volcanic structures, including Mars, volcanic necks. mm. So in general, more than 400 volcanic structures have been discovered and documented in the country. And this is a large number because Costa Rica is very small country, very tiny. So it means that the whole country has a volcanic origin, yeah? The Costa Rica emerged together with Panama from the sea bottom because of volcanism, yeah? So of these 400 volcanic structures, in the present, there are only 8 active volcanoes. 8 active volcanoes. In the meantime, in Indonesia, you have more than 100 active volcanoes, yeah, at the same time. So we have just a few volcanoes active, but still for the size of Costa Rica, still 8 active volcanoes is a lot. And those are the volcanoes we are monitoring regularly.
All right. And Maria, so what caused that, in Costa Rica, caused, that there are so many volcanoes, like Indonesia, for example, because located in the subduction, area,
Mhm.
that,
Yeah.
the plate, two plate collide, from the Indo-Australian plate, and then Eurasian plate, and then also we have Pacific plate, and then so what about in Costa Rica? So what caused the many volcanoes? Something like, form the many volcanoes, So is there what kind of the plate? What is the name of the plate there?
Yeah, exactly. As in Indonesia, the volcanism in Costa Rica is the result of the interaction between tectonic plates. So
Yeah.
this is the Pacific plate pushing the Caribbean plate. Indeed,
Right.
it is several plates. It is five tectonic plates interacting in Costa Rica.
Very
So you have
interesting.
mainly the Pacific plate going beneath the Caribbean plate, but there is also the Nazca plate interacting in a certain area, and also a plate from Panama.
All right.
So it's a complex tectonic setting with five different tectonic plates interacting. And but the volcanism is mostly because of the subduction of the Pacific plate below the Caribbean plate. So those are the two main tectonic plates that are generating the volcanism in Costa Rica. So it's a
Yeah.
similar volcanic setting as Indonesia. It's
Oh,
a
really?
interaction of plates.
Because I see, Maria, I see from the Google Earth, yeah, you're right. So it's quite small in the middle of like two continents, I guess. So
Mhm.
now I can see like this. Yeah. So this is Costa Rica, or right? This is Costa Rica and Panama, right?
Exactly. Yeah, so you can see that between South America and North America, you have the Central American Isthmus, which is a
All right.
very narrow portion of land, yeah, that connects North America with South America. So Central America is a bridge, yeah, it's considered a bridge that was formed because of submarine volcanism. So Costa Rica and Panama were formed because of this submarine volcanism, and then the bridge was completed, was closed, and that's why there was this moving of flora, fauna, and people from North America to South America, and all this interchange between different cultures in the pre-Columbian times. Yeah, so Central America is a key factor, yeah, that explains why you find certain flora and fauna in all of the American continent. Also, the existence of this bridge, the existence of Central America, allowed the interchange of different cultures. Yeah, so you can find, for example, artifacts from South America in Mexico, or vice versa. You can find pre-Columbian artifacts from Mexico and from the Mayan culture, also in South America. So there was an exchange, a cultural and economic exchange.
Yeah. It's quite small, but look beautiful. Maria. You know why my reason is because still there are many active volcanoes. Yeah. You said eight active volcanoes. Yeah.
8
And
active
then
volcanoes, yeah,
yeah.
recently. Mhm.
So here I got some data that there are 5 active volcanoes: Poas,
Yeah, yeah,
Poas, and then Irazu, Turiaba, Rincon de la Fiaja, and Arenal. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. In the literature, it's very common to find that in Costa Rica there are 5 active volcanoes, but if you are more strict and if you consider the definition of what an active volcano is, which is based on the fact that the volcano has have a volcanic activity at least during the last 10,000 years. So if you take that into account, yeah, the volcanoes in Costa Rica that have shown eruptive activity in the last 10,000 years are 8 volcanoes. Yeah. So what happens is that there are 3 volcanoes that have not shown any activity, any strong activity for many years, but they erupted at least 500 years ago. For example, in the central part of the country, there is Barba volcano, one of the volcanoes you just mentioned, Barba volcano. This volcano is a large volcano, and the last time it erupted was yeah, around 400, 500 years ago, based on a radiocarbon analysis of charcoal, of a carbonized tree found in the volcanic deposits. But this
Maria,
volcano is very quiet right now.
Maria.
Yes? Yeah? Yeah.
So I know like one volcano maybe is quite known, in Costa Rica. So which is called Poas, because Poas is like there is a lake, and then with the sulfate color green like this. So this I got like information about Poas volcano. So Poas, do you think this is now the most active volcano in Costa Rica? I can show you the slide like this. What do you think about Poas?
Well, Poas is one of the active volcanoes in Costa Rica, one of the most active. But right
One of the
now,
most
the
active.
most active volcano in Costa Rica is Rincón de la Vieja volcano, which is to the northwest, very close to Nicaragua. But yes, Poas is one of the ones that is always doing something. So it's a volcano that can erupt gases and vapor and rocks anytime, suddenly, almost without any precursory signal. Yeah. So Poas volcano is the most visited volcano in Costa Rica by national and international tourists. It's also widely studied by scientists from abroad. So many scientists have come to Poas volcano to study the magmatic processes by using different techniques. For example, GPS systems, gravimetry, seismology, geochemistry. So Poas has a very acidic crater lake, the one you show you in the previous picture, which is a very acidic, is extremely acidic, sometimes as acidic as Caballen Lake. Yeah, right
Oh,
now
really?
right now the hyperacid crater lake of Poas volcano has a pH around 0.3, which is an
Wow.
extremely acidic water. Yeah, Caballen usually has a pH that is around 0 or and even the acidity can record values even below 0, negative values, which makes Caballen one of the most acidic crater lakes in the world. Yeah. So Poas Volcano, depending on the level of activity, depending on the amount, depending on the ratios of volcanic gases, of magmatic gases that reach the lake, can make the lake as acidic as Caballian Lake. So that's why it's very important for volcanologists who study hyperacidic crater lakes to focus not only on Poas, but also in Caballian, because these are very, very unique and particular volcanic lakes. Yeah.
Yeah, Maria. Now talking about Ijen, yeah. So I have a very, very special video, but later. And then, as you said, that Kawah Ijen is probably the most acidic lake in the world, yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, the acidity is about 0.5 to 0.8, yeah, sometimes lower than this, if activity is increased. And do you think, like Poas volcano, this is mar or for something? Because the shape, the geomorphology is like mar, or and then still active, Maria. Isn't it like that, or this is mar volcano or mar crater? Oasis.
No, no. The crater of Poas volcano is a volcanic crater. Yeah. Strictly. Yeah. So this crater at Poas was formed by subterranean explosions. Yeah, explosions inside underground because of the interaction of magma with water. Yeah, magma rose up towards the surface, encountered subterranean water, and then this hydrothermal explosion occurred.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then the result was this depression or this crater. But this crater is not a mar. Is strictly a normal crater. Yeah, as the most of the craters we know.
But is it also a strato or stratovolcano?
Yeah, exactly. It's a stratovolcano as
All right.
Caballian. Yeah,
Like
Caballian is also a stratovolcano. So all of the volcanoes in Costa Rica are stratovolcanoes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. And Maria, do you think it's like? Do you mean Poas crater? This is stratovolcano, and then this is actually from the magmatic that meets with hydrothermal, and then form. Do you mean like phreatomagmatic? Maybe this is the crater that formed by phreatomagmatic eruptions, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, the geologists have recognized at Poas different types of eruptions. For example, Vulcanian eruptions, Strombolian eruptions, phreatic to phreatomagmatic eruptions. So yeah, the volcano has been formed and destroyed, yeah, successively by different types of volcanic eruptions. Yeah, so it's very usual that a single volcano shows different types of eruption, different phases. Yeah, usually that's the case.
Yeah, I saw only crater, but normally stratovolcano has evolutions. Yeah, and then what type of this volcano, Maria? As in Indonesia, this is categorized in type A, type B, type C. So type A is this is active volcano that has historically of eruptions, since 1600 up to now, and type B is dormant, and then type C is this is also sleeping, but still there is normally like a solfatar or there is still thermal. Yeah, type C can be type A, type B can be type A like Sinabung in Sumatra. Not Sumatra after 400 years was in dormant and then now has been active up to now. Yeah, this is we don't know about volcanoes. And then what type of Poas? And then also there is classification like Indonesia type A, B, C, Maria.
No, that's very interesting because this is the what you have just said is very interesting because this is the first time I hear about this categorization. I
All
didn't
right.
know that the volcanoes are categorized as type A,
Indonesia,
type
yes.
B, type C. But as you explained, then Poas Volcano and is a type A volcano. It's an
Type
active
A.
volcano. And as far as the geologists know, Poas Volcano has been active at least during the last 300 years. It has been a volcano with persistent volcanic degassing
Oh,
and with
interesting.
frequent phreatic and phreatomagmatic eruptions, at least during the last 300 years. So it's a very dynamic system. Yeah.
And maybe is there
This
like
volcano doesn't want to sleep. Poas doesn't want to sleep.
yeah, you
Like
know,
Sinabung now, huh?
volcano for me when sleeping is not good, but still we can learn about geological, you know, when sleeping or extinct volcano. So normally I always go to the active volcanoes. This is my main specialization because I love and then I study a lot about phenomenon of eruption. So yeah, because I want to know and I want to learn about what caused eruption and then what's the dangerous, you know, the mitigation and then the material and then yeah, like that. And Maria, is there any like because Mar, you know, in Costa Rica, I got some pictures also from internet about Mar like this. Maybe you can you see this? Yeah.
Oh,
So
yes,
what
yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
what is this here?
Yeah, also in Costa Rica, yeah, some of the volcanic structures that you can find in Costa Rica are these mar craters. So these craters usually filled up with rainwater. They are formed when the magma encounters water, abundant water subterranean, yeah, underground. Yeah, so the interaction between magma and water when
Right.
they find each other underground is so tremendous, so energetic that the final result is the generation of a big crater, yeah, because it's a very strong explosion. So with a lot of energy. So the part of the crust is removed and blown to the atmosphere, and then at the end, what you have is a depression, is a crater. If the basement of this crater is impermeable enough, then the
Right.
rainwater is going to be collected, and this will be the born of a lake. So these kind of lakes, they are called, the lakes that are in these explosion craters, they are called Mars. And they are very common in tropical countries like Indonesia, Philippines, and in Central America. Very common. Also in Africa, very common. And around the equator, you can find many of these Mars. So yeah, the mar you just showed us, that's a mar to the north of Poas Volcano, and the name is Ulemar.
Ulima.
The picture you just showed us, this is Ulemar, and then the reason of the name is that around this area where the mar is located, many of the natural trees that grow there, they are the rubber trees, the
All
trees
right.
from which you can extract the latex, this very viscous white milk that is used to make rubber. Yeah.
All
So
right.
also in Indonesia, you have the rubber tree. Yeah.
Rubber
I
tree, yes, yes.
remember,
Lots,
yeah,
yeah.
in Sumatra,
We produce,
and
yeah,
also yeah, also
rubber,
when
yeah.
you are going to Egypt from Central Java to Egypt, you cross large plantations of these rubber trees. So these rubber trees grow naturally around this Laguna Ulemar in Costa Rica. Yeah, so it
Oh,
seems that this tree is widely spread in the tropical areas of the world. So you also have it in Indonesia, these trees. Mhm.
Maria, It look like you like very much also Indonesia. I don't know, because of the volcanoes. I think, have you been there, right? As because you look like
Ooh.
you know Indonesia, Ijen, and then how many times, Maria? And then what do you think about Indonesia and about the geotourism, especially volcanic activity become geotourism in Indonesia? I want your opinion about Indonesia, Maria. Have
You
you
know that
been?
I'm going to say something that is a little bit compromise,
All right.
a little bit embarrassing, because you know in Costa Rica, our volcanoes, they are not that active. They have certain level of activity, but they are not as active as the Indonesian volcanoes.
Really? Oh, okay.
In Indonesia, in Africa,
It's my home.
in Iceland, in Hawaii. Well, even here, very close to us, in Nicaragua and Guatemala,
Yeah.
they have real volcanoes. They have really
What's the
active
name? Which
volcanoes.
volcanoes in Nicaragua? I remember it's like, what's the name? I forgot it.
Masaya.
Masaya, yeah, the lava lake. Sorry.
Masaya volcano is very active. This is the volcano that has a lava lake. But there are other very active volcanoes in Nicaragua. So you know, it's funny because I work with volcanoes in Costa Rica, but during the 27 years I have been working with volcanoes here, what we have seen going on at the volcanoes is just small activity. And also, if you check the geological records, yeah, you have to go very far in the time to learn that some of our volcanoes were very active. Yeah, they had large eruptions, but in the past, in the prehistoric times. Yeah.
All right.
Usually. So yeah, our volcanoes are like lazy. Yeah? They are.
It's not lazy, yeah. This is only the time, Maria.
Yeah.
One day we'll wake up.
Yeah. At least during the last 30 years, they have been lazy. They have been lazy
Lazy volcanoes day.
compared to volcanoes from other areas like the Indonesian volcanoes. So because of that, you know, every time I have had the chance to attend a meeting in volcanoes in countries like Indonesia, I try to take the opportunity to see real active volcanoes. I mean, volcanoes that are really doing dramatic processes like volcanic eruptions, pyroclastic flows. Because this is you know, the pyroclastic flows are one of the most dangerous volcanic fissures, volcanic processes. Effect, so if I don't go to a country like Indonesia, if I don't go to Sinabung to see a pyroclastic flow, then a pyroclastic flow for me will be just something that I can see through a video or a movie. No, but I want to see the real process with my own eyes. I want to see it, feel it, smell it.
So which volcanoes have you been here in Indonesia, Maria?
Yeah. So I have been in Indonesia 4 times.
Wow.
4 times.
Thank you, Maria. This is good for
no.
Other tourists, please copy Maria, yeah. Come to Indonesia for volcano tourism.
Yeah. But actually, you know, I went to Indonesia the first time in July 2000 because there was a big meeting. There was a big meeting, an international meeting from the International Volcanological Commission of the Chemistry of the Earth Interior, the APSE meeting. It was a big meeting. If I remember well, more than 16,000 people attended that meeting. It was enormous. Yeah, it was enormous. And the meeting was in Bali. So everybody involved in volcanology or earth sciences wanted to go to Indonesia. And that happened in 2000. It was an enormous meeting. was very exciting. And this meeting offered many field trips to the Indonesian volcanoes. So that was the first time I was there, and we visited in that occasion, we visited many volcanoes in Indonesia. We visited Dieng Plateau in central Java.
Dieng Plateau, yeah, this is not far from my city in Yogyakarta.
Exactly. Yeah, but a very important area because you know that phreatic eruptions have killed farmers. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It
farmers.
was with, from the toxic gas. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, people who have been working crops, ¿verdad? Planting
Right.
crops and harvesting crops, they have been killed by these sudden phreatic eruptions at the end. So we went also to Kelut volcano. We were there in 2000, some years before the formation of the dome of Kelut that then was destroyed by a large eruption. We also went to Bromo complex, which is fantastic place. We went to Ijen, and we went to Batur volcano in Bali. In the last years, I had the chance to go three more times to Indonesia, and then I visited other volcanoes like Krakatau, Batutara.
You have been there, Batutara.
Batutara, yes.
As well.
Yes.
Oh, really? I've been there 8 times. Yeah. Lead expedition from Volcanologist-Geochemist. Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's fantastic. Also the television I've seen news from US.
Yeah. Wow, fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, and then the last time I was there, I went to Sinabung. It was incredible. Yeah, Sinabung. You know that I have been 4 times in Indonesia, and it's like unreal. Yeah, and I want to go back many more times. Yeah.
Yeah, Maria. So it's quite amazing, your experience that you have been in many volcanoes in Indonesia. So I hope this is will inspire many tourists to come to Indonesia, but also to Costa Rica. Yeah, even in Costa Rica, as you said, maybe still like dormant or but also active. Yeah, little bit lazy, but still beautiful. Because I know also, Maria, volcano in Costa Rica that quite known is Turi Alba. I got the picture like this. So this is Turi Alba. So it's like many craters, Maria. This is strato and many, maybe how many time evolution. So one more from Costa Rica.
Yeah, this is one of the active volcanoes of Costa Rica, and it's also a stratovolcano. Yeah, this volcano is the current Turrialba volcano is quite young. It's about 100,000 years old. Yeah, and the basement is definitely the Caribbean plate, so it's marine basement. Yeah. So this volcano grew up during the last 100,000 years. And what you can see nowadays is a summit with several craters, as you show in the picture. Several craters. There are 3 main craters at the summit, but right now there is just one active crater. And this is the crater to the west. And this crater has been very active since year 2010. However, the last 2 years, the degassing at Turrialba volcano has been slowing down. So it seems Turrialba is going slowly towards a resting phase. It seems that he wants to sleep for some time. To renew, you know, because
I hope not sleep.
yeah. But he is just going to sleep to renew and to wake up again one day with more energy. Yeah.
Maria, so as you have been here many times to visit volcanoes and also the tourism, I think it's not only to see volcanoes, but also you have seen a lot of culture and the people. So do you think volcanic activity in Indonesia, but together with the people, with the culture, with the local wisdom, this is very potential for the geotourism in the future, Maria, now and the future. What do you think? Maybe after pandemic, I hope it's going to be, finished and over very soon. Otherwise, yeah, stay at home always.
Yeah. We all hope that soon this crisis will come to an end and will
Yeah.
allow people to continue their normal lives, to enjoy life, because life is so short, yeah, is too brief, so we cannot waste our time anymore. So let's hope this will be fine soon, and well, let's hope we have the chance to go back to Indonesia and continue enjoying everything what Indonesia offers. And let's hope you can also come to Costa Rica
Oh
to
yes,
see
of
our
course, of
lazy
course.
volcanoes. Yes,
And then,
yeah,
so you love
and to get
Indonesia,
to
Maria,
know.
and very
Sorry.
potential for geotourism, yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, because you know in Indonesia, as we were speaking in the beginning, Indonesia is a very vast country, it's very large country, and it has a very interesting natural and political history. Yeah.
Yeah,
And in terms of ethnia, this is very rich, yeah, in ethnia and culture, and culinary art, also the art crafts in Indonesia. They are very diverse and very fine too. And also the history. The history of Indonesia is extremely rich and complex. So there are many things that you can learn being in a country like Indonesia. So it is not only about the fantastic volcanoes you have there, but also the different cultures, because you have a country where people from different cultures and religions live together, yeah, in harmony. You have a country where you have many people which are Muslim, Buddhist, Catholics. What else? You have many different religions, yeah, and
yeah, we have
cultures.
6 official religion.
6 official religions,
Six,
yeah,
yes.
and you also have many different languages there.
Oh yes,
So, mhm,
and
yeah,
then yeah, languages, and then yeah, so
yeah. Also,
islands, and also with temples.
also,
Have you been to temples also?
oh yes, yeah, the Borobudur,
Oh
the
yeah, this
very
is the
beautiful
most,
of
yeah, fantastic
Borobudur
temple, yeah, in the world.
is fantastic, and also it's a unique experience to climb Borobudur. Yeah, it's a spiritual experience, it's a cultural experience, and you know that Borobudur is very special to visit because of these things, but also the temple is all made of volcanic materials, volcanic rock that was erupted by Merapi volcano, huh? And other
Yeah.
volcanoes. Yeah. So,
So
so
the
it's the potential for the development of tourism around volcanoes in Indonesia, but not only around volcanoes, around the whole country is infinita. Yeah,
Infinita, what is that?
infinita means I how to say infinita in English. Problems now. but
Because
but
I don't speak
the,
Spanish,
yeah
Infinita, maybe clear,
yeah
infinito.
yeah yeah, the opportunities, the potential is endless. Yeah,
All right.
there are many different options. For example, if we focus on birds in Costa Rica, you can find some tourists who pay a lot of money to come to Costa Rica, and these people come here only exclusively to see birds, to see tropical birds that you can find only in Central America. Yeah, and some birds are only found here in Costa Rica. So in Indonesia, you have all of the potential for bird watching, because there you have birds that you cannot find anywhere else in the world, only in Indonesia.
Yes,
And not
endemic,
only
yeah.
birds, some also mammals, for example, or
Right.
flora. You have a very unique flora, and sometimes these animals and these plants are found only in some islands. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, there is a lot of potential, and let's hope that soon people from Indonesia and from all around the world will have the opportunity to move around again and enjoy and explore all of these treasures that your country offers. Mhm.
Yeah, thank you very much, Maria. And then very interesting when you said, talk about Merapi. So Merapi volcano is now, yeah, let's say this is is the most active volcano in Indonesia. It's like that. And then, I live very close, it's only 20 kilometers from Merapi. So if this volcano is active, and then the authority changed the status alert and become level 4, and then I have to go away. And yeah, it's true that the stone that this is in the Borobudur temple. This is that was built. This is actually from Merapi lava, yeah, from Merapi lava stone. And then talking about Merapi, Maria, now is active in level 3. So level 3, that means this is a big eruption warning. So I would like to tell to everybody that Merapi is quite famous, and this volcano is strato and has periodic of evolutions. And then now is active. There is rock falls, incandescent, and there is lava dome growing. And the phenomenon, Maria, is now there are two lava domes growing together. Yes, this is in the west, and then also in the southeast. So that can be seen from the two flanks. It's amazing. Maybe I can show you something that people can see Merapi, Maria. So why Merapi is called the most active volcano, and then Merapi is actually, this is the name of the type. It's quite special type of Merapi. So this is why, because Merapi is quite special. So Merapi has two magma chambers, and then Merapi initially always with lava dome constructions, and then Merapi normally, according to the history and then the data, after with big explosion, some things with lava dome collapse like that with explosive as well, that normally still there is lava dome that left in the crater. So that's why this is called type of Merapi, that quite special. And Merapi is the name of the type, yeah. And then maybe can go to Merapi a little bit, Maria, because this is quite the most active volcano in Indonesia. Can you see this, Maria?
Yes, I can see
Yeah.
it perfectly. Yeah,
So I have.
Merapi is a world famous volcano because it is very active, very dangerous, and it is frequently constructing these domes. Yeah, and
Right.
the growing of the domes is something that is worrying, huh? Because it can represent a danger for people who are around the volcano. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Merapi is a very impressive volcano, very active. Yeah, yeah, and well, and you know that despite we are very far away from each other in Indonesia and Costa Rica, every time there is an eruption in Indonesia, the news are all around the world. So even in a small country like Costa Rica, we hear about the news that the volcano just erupted in Indonesia. So you see, in Indonesia is highly appreciated because of many reasons. And for example, you can see that the volcanism in a country like yours is
Yeah.
of the interest of all of the world, and people are really paying attention to the TV when there is an eruption in countries like Indonesia, Philippines, Japan, or in Papua New Guinea, yeah? Because we also have volcanoes here, but our volcanoes are lazy in Costa Rica. So for us, it's very impressive to see on the news how active and how energetic are your volcanoes, yeah? So we don't have the same kind of experience with volcanoes here in Costa Rica because our volcanoes are are not that expressive.
You know, was really very interesting. So the time unfortunately goes very quick. This is even more than 1 hour. And then so we're gonna end before we're gonna end this podcast. So I would like to conclude some points that even we can go to the volcanoes that are still active, for example. So we can take some points that we must do preparations for the safety equipments like gas mask, like helmet, like anything information before we go to volcanoes. And also try to get information from the expert from the internet, for example, like this, and how to do this. So, and it's better when we have knowledge in advance, before we go to the active volcanoes. So even volcanoes are active, but we have to know how to do this. We follow the regulations, and then we respect with nature. Maria, you are great. Was very interesting, and then I hope now you can say, like, yes, it's not. I don't want to say like goodbye. You can say something before we're gonna end this meeting podcast, which was very interesting. Yeah, please, Maria, to
Yes, yes,
Indonesia and then to Costa Rican people. Yeah.
yes. Andy, can you put one of the pictures with the people wearing hard hats? Perhaps the group with the group of
Okay.
people wearing hard hats at
With
Poas Volcano.
okay.
Yeah, because you just mentioned about the importance of taking some.
This one.
Exactly, that one, that one. Oh, well, these two pictures, you see,
Yeah, this one.
here we can see, yeah, the two pictures. For example, this picture, you can see a group of people reaching the edge of the crater of Poas Volcano. These people enter the national park without permission, without paying, without guide, and without having
No guide is no good,
hard
Maria.
no
Yeah.
good.
No guide.
No,
No good guide is
and you
no
know,
good.
they were walking to the edge of the crater. They were very close to the active crater of Poas.
Yes,
And
they must have a guide.
there just like this. You see, without hard hats, without gas
Yeah.
masks,
No
without the
helmet,
guide.
no gas mask, especially gas mask.
Yeah, so we have this problem. I think everywhere in the world there is this problem of people entering the active craters illegally through other pathways. Yeah, in case something happens here, they can die and they will not have help. They will not have support immediately because they went by other side, by other pathway, and if something happens, nobody will know that they are in problems. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's you know, it's very important to educate people about the importance of entering active volcanic zones with guides or with the park rangers. Otherwise, they can be in a big danger, and it can be really bad if they cannot receive any help soon. Yeah. In the previous picture, you can see a group of people wearing hard hats. Yeah.
This one. What about this?
No, the picture of the group of people wearing hard hats.
Okay.
Yeah. So usually in recent times, you can see at Poas Volcano and also at River Volcano people. Oh yeah, people wearing hard hats and carrying gas masks if they approach active volcanoes, because an eruption can occur anytime, rocks can be blown out anytime, and suddenly you can have a high concentration of volcanic gases in the ambient air. So yeah, that's why it's very important to take some precautions. Yeah. So you see in this picture, you can see some people
Okay.
wearing
This
white
one,
or
right?
green hard hats. Yeah, exactly, exactly.
I just
So
play the
this is a
slide very
group
good,
of,
one by one.
yeah, this is a group of people who receive some explanations of what to do in case of an eruption. And before going to the edge of the crater, they have to put on these hard hats and also wear with them a gas mask, just in case. The hard hats and the gas masks are being provided by the park rangers. So when you pay the fee to enter the area of the active crater, then you will receive these hard hats and these gas masks. Yeah, yeah, just to have at least some basic things that perhaps can be the difference between life or death. Yeah, so that's very important. So if we are going to think on the developing of the potential of tourism activities around volcanoes, we have to also take into account these measurements, yeah, to provide the people with education, but also
All right,
to
I agree with that
provide
one.
them with some safety gear. That's very
Education,
important.
safety, and awareness. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
fine.
then Indonesia can protect from demands. You know, a country can be sued if people die in a volcano, like in White Island in New
In
Zealand,
New Zealand.
or
Yeah.
or in Ontake volcano in Japan. Yeah, families
Yeah.
who have lost relatives at these volcanoes because of an eruption, they have demanded the country, and that's a problem. So that this is an issue important to work also in Indonesia and in Costa Rica.
Okay, Maria, I'm very sorry. It was really interesting. Time goes up very quickly, and then more even. So I hope everybody, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, happy, because in pandemic, we must to be happy and then support to each other, and then let's be disciplined together how to overcome this pandemic. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, all over the world. So this is the time that I would like to say goodbye, and then thank you very much for our special guest, Maria Martinez from Costa Rica, a volcanologist. Maria, you are great. Thank you very much. See you next time. Ya, selamat malam.
Thank you very much for listening. Selamat
Ya,
malam, everybody.
selamat
Thanks a
malam,
lot.
Maria. See you next time. Maybe next
See you
podcast
next time.
with different topic. Ya.
Thank you very much.
Okay.